Alright, mind drops. Today is going to be adding some detail to my two-headed dragon heads. And probably be working on the neck. Hopefully. Want to get these heads ready to get them all baked. Kind of excited about this. Here we go. So I pretty much got to start just getting some more of the detail in. Alright, here we go. Seems like everything's working. Oh, good morning, Holly. Want to get these guys ready to get them baked. Should be getting pretty close here. Let's see how this looks. There's a little crack right here that I added a little bit, trying to get rid of it. It cracked back in here on both sides, and then right here too, so I fixed that a little bit. And I feel like I'm gonna get it to the point where it's to the neck right here. Take off all this clay, figure it out down to that point on the back of the neck. Get it down to about that point there. And I'm gonna get it ready to touch it all up, get it ready to get it on the neck. I'm gonna be ready to bake it before I put it on the neck. I don't have to worry about it anymore. But first of all, we gotta get it touched up. Good morning, Elizabeth. My nap was good. Took a nap. Went and visited my buddy in town. Checked out some of his frogs, toads and stuff. Pretty awesome. He actually has a species that's from over in North Carolina by you. Forgot what it was, but type of toad. Oh no, I was just checking him out. He was up, and I figured I'd get out of the house for a little bit while my fiance was at work. Although I have to try to do a sculpture of something dead. I was gonna do it last night, but I decided not to, and stumped on what I want to do. Thinking about doing like a dead tree, or I was almost gonna do another skull. The Mandalorian one I did, the mythosaur. And I decided against it. Although I did get a light set up, I was gonna put some eyes in it. And I did kind of make an armature. I was gonna my idea was, it's gonna make a little stone base, like like that other one, and put this on here, and then put the aluminum foil in it, make it the shape of the skull kinda. And then put some lights in the eyes. And then after the lights are in the eyes, I was gonna put a little bit of this translucent stuff in the back of the eye sockets. And then make the skull. That's what I was kind of thinking about doing. I have a switch on this already. and then put the battery underneath here inside a little thing. And I would have my own little mythosaur skull. But then I kind of thought that I don't really like that idea, and then the other idea I had was like a dead tree with a cemetery below it. I thought that would have been kind of something cool. But I got till Saturday, so I'm gonna think of something. But I do want one of those skulls. I like the one I made before, so I don't know if I was streaming on DLive then. The tree would be cool, I thought too, like a little scenery. Haven't done a little scenery yet. I think a scenery would be cool. I want to do a lighthouse scenery. I added a bunch of clay in here. Hopefully that'll help it from cracking. I want to try to maybe bake this today or tomorrow. Then I won't have to worry about the shape of it anymore for the heads. Oh, really? Had a lighthouse in it? Yeah, I love lighthouses too. I seen my first one 2 years ago up in Michigan. The first time I ever actually seen like a real, like, iconic type of lighthouse. It was cool. I think a scenery would be cool at some point. If not for the challenge, just to do one. It's weird the restream doesn't. I'm gonna restart it. Huh. Oh, looks like everything's working fine. Just weird. Sometimes I don't understand how that'll there we go, now it's working right. Sometimes the chat thing doesn't read the chat being on. Still gotta make his teeth too. I think I might redo all of them and just put them.
First you want to kill me.
Just
Now you want
cosplay.
to kiss me. Blow.
Yeah, it's working now. It was like just, it wasn't showing that there was anybody in there, but it was showing the chat. It's weird.
I am a slave. I am a slave.
It's just so I can see like the chat from Twitch and D Live at the same time. Like YouTube doesn't show up on there. I can't figure out how to do it. But might be somebody in there once in a while. I think if they do chat in there, it might show up as a read only, but not a write. I think it's the same way it is on the Facebook. I'd like to get these heads done for the most part today. Be pretty cool to have the main part of these dragons done. I think they look kind of neat so far for my first attempt at a dragon. I seen your coin, Elizabeth. That was pretty cool. There's a little bit of a glare on it, but it was still really cool. The paint on it looks really good. That looks better there. Yeah, it'd be cool to have this head baked. Them both baked and not have to worry about the detail on it. I'm getting pretty excited over it. It's been a long time in the coming to get this thing where it's at right now. I thought the whole dead tree in the graveyard thing was kind of a cool idea for something dead. Or the other option I was thinking about doing was like, you ever see Rango? The like armadillo that's ran over? Something like that, like a possum or something ran over. X's for its eyes. That's kind of the other thing I was thinking. A little crash right there. Go on, add a little bit of clay in there. A bird of prey holding a dead animal, yeah. But I don't think I can do that in 3 hours, you know. Well, maybe I could do it small. And it's like talons. Trying to. Haven't really had anything that like piques my interest. Or I thought about just doing a skull. Yeah, I thought the tree was like the first thing that popped in my head. There's a bunch of gravestones below it. All like crickety. Or just a tree by itself that's all crickety, you know? Make it like, you know, good 4 inches tall. Yeah, all like twisted and like bent and like kind of hollowed out, kind of, or look maybe hollowed out. Have room here to put the teeth in there. Just trying to like knock it down just a little bit from what the scales are. Mellow. Oh, I remember. Yeah, like got like the gravestones are all like broken up, tattered. Kind of like a Halloween kind of scene, maybe almost. I do like the idea of the dead tree, or the all twisted branches and stuff. think I want to portray something dead though, like a tree or something. Oh. Yeah. There's a lot of places like that in North Carolina I've seen. I've been there a couple times. About 4 times I've been to North Carolina. Some old areas over there. I'm just kind of being particular about doing this guy because my knight has some really cool details on him, and I kind of want to make sure that the dragon lives up to my knight I got over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of look around at him, and there's parts I wanna get like under the scales a little. Give him all that depth I want. So they look more like scales. And I want to add just a little bit of like damage to a few of them. Yeah, I don't like that either. Yeah, I think the same way. Especially if they're like really old ones. You shouldn't mess with them. And maybe if they did, they'd have to build like a mausoleum in place of it at that site. Something like that. They're gonna build on it. So there's an alternative maybe. Now I can kind of add some of the way I want the scales to have like a lip. to worry about it so much now. Don't plan on messing around with it too much more. We went rummage sailing a little bit on Saturday. That's kind of fun. I don't know if I said anything about it yesterday. I always like doing that. I don't know. Just like going to Goodwill. I got a ladder for $5. It's like a 5-foot ladder. So I guess a dollar a foot. But I need a little ladder anyway, so cool. A little bit better when there's like the gap between the scales when you look down at it. Probably really doesn't matter a whole lot, but I like the way it looks, so it matters. It matters anyways. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's sad. Get you away from those things, right? Today wasn't too bad to start out. Some days it's really hard to start out on here. Pretty excited about this dragon, so Maybe that's why. Get back down there a second. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, definitely the lifting of the scales makes the shadowing and like the illumination of it more better. I mean, even though it'll be up here, it'll still look good. I guess the more I just try to make it the best I can, the more I learn from it. So some of it's probably needless, but I feel like the more I mess around with the clay, the better I get used to how it forms and goes around the tools and stuff that I want.
Dark side of the force is a pathway.
I guess that's kind of how I think of it.
Some consider to be
Yeah, you'd rather hug it than kill it. Well, you know, there has to be a reason. The scales are probably easier to get. Something. Considering it's young. I kind of had a feeling it was going to be kind of cute when I was doing it, so I mentally was preparing already.
Dark side of the force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
I guess that's kind of the irony of doing it like this too, is that you don't want the cute dragon to be killed. Oh, you did? Aragon's a good movie, actually. I haven't seen that in a while. I wish I would have made the other ones. It made me want to read the books, but I never have enough time to read. There was a lady at my last job that was reading them on break. So I gotta fix this part there. It looks like it needs a little bit of some clay to match the other side. That's probably why it keeps on cracking. That should work. Hey, Willow's good. It's another one of those movies I wish I owned. I don't have. Labyrinth I want to get. Get more clay over here on this side. Make it look like a scale again. Bad spot there. Up in the throat area. I gotta do something about it. Warwick Davis, yeah. He was in quite a few movies actually. Quite a few roles. I think there's like a documentary about him. I want to say I watched it at one point. Yeah, I thought that he was a leprechaun too. Alright, so that's kind of that part. I don't know if I want to do like spikes down the middle of the back. Kind of like how our spikes starting here. Down about there. I'm gonna go around and cut off all the bottom of this. Leprechaun in space. I think I remember that. Yeah, spikes down the back I think would be nice. Yeah. Along with the scales like going down over the sides. Kind of similar to the scales on the top. But we're gonna get this off the cage so that when we go to do the neck part, I can have like an empty spot between the two spots, and then we can do the matching of those two spots then. I'm not gonna go up a little farther on the side. I can get the wires down lower then too, in the clay. I think in the front of it, I'm gonna do some of the. They're gonna be like the throat part. Gonna loop down, but they're gonna hang a little farther. Like they're not totally tightened up to his neck yet. I've been thinking about the dragon wings, maybe making them off the arms, having them folded up off the back of the arms. First, we're going to see if this still fits on there. Make sure it hasn't lost its shape too much. Oh yeah, it fits good. That's what it's going to look like on it. See, it's got like gonna have some space between the two. I'm gonna have to build it up, but I'm thinking that once I get the head baked, I can actually take off some of this stuff and add aluminum foil to it to make it a little bit more bulked up, and it won't be so much clay. And then we can get the wire figured out from that point, how it's gonna go down to the neck. Yeah. Turning out cool. Turning out cool. Let's get this back over here. I like that this thing's a little bigger than that, so I'm not really losing too much of the shape of it by putting it on here. As long as I fit it one more time before I bake it and get the size right, then I won't be too worried about it. See it cracking a little bit. I wanted to soften the clay a little. Alright, so I kind of want to do maybe spikes down the center. Make this one a little bit more pointed. Get some of the shape out of it, back to it. Hey Mike, how's it going today? Oh, yeah, because I boosted the exposure. That's my fault. My bad. There wasn't enough light over there to see it. Doing it. Dong good. Yeah, doing good here too, man. Oh, you started your first green stuff mini? Awesome. How do you like the way it works? Yeah, yeah. I was trying to tell you that the other day when we were kind of talking, chatting back and forth. That Procreate's kind of the same way as the green stuff. It's way better than cosplay is. But you got like a small window. I mean, not a small window, but you got a window to work in it as such, you know. I think that these should be like.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Yes. There's something more.
The window really isn't a big deal. Yeah. I don't know how it is on the green stuff, but yeah, I like it. I actually like it when it starts getting kind of tacky towards the end of it, when you can like work it a little bit better. I was gonna get some green stuff, but I already had the Procreate. Yeah, 90 minutes to work with. Yeah, and then can't you mix it like um one less and one more, so you can have like a shorter work time or a longer work time, so you can make more detail and less detail. Because one's like the cure and one's the filler. Cool, you're making a Viking. Cool. You have to keep me posted on it. I'm kind of curious how it works out for you. Might as well start adding some of the detail to the things that aren't going to get touched now. The blue is the hardener. Yeah, I've been using the Procreate with more of the hardener, and the second snail guy I got here, his leaf that's on his head is like the full pure, and it's like it's still flexible but not flexible. It goes right back to the shape it was in. But you can do like them, like those wires and stuff with that. Do so many things you can't do with the Super Sculpty for fine details. And you can bake that stuff too, so like just been using it however, seeing how it works. If it lets me bake it, I'll bake it. Learn from my mistakes, right? Yeah, I added it to it. I had it like sitting off to the side, waiting for it to harden. And I didn't want to put it on there until I got the right angle for it. I also made 2 more little mushrooms too. I made a little tiny, like a toadstool kind, messing around. And then I made another morel. That looks cool. But I found a magnifying glass at a rummage sale yesterday, like magnifying glass with a light on it. So I can use that for smaller stuff now. Which I thought was kind of neat. It was only like $1. Yeah, it's probably bad to bake it, isn't it? Yeah, I probably figured it probably isn't the greatest to bake it. I can take the leaf off there too. And it's usually only one thing like that I'll do it with. I don't really want to use that epoxy clay a whole lot. I'd rather use no, this when I did this morale, man, it was way easier seeing it than versus this one. Like, I mean, it's a size difference, you know. And it was only $1 too. Yeah. Gotta be smaller though. Can't be super big. Yeah, for just $1, like, It wasn't really like I was out anything. I think it'd be better to use for painting than anything. And then again, it's still so small. Yeah, I know epoxy clay doesn't need baking. I just incorporate it in parts of the things, like the little tiny guys that are on top of the seats. Those are epoxy clay. I can't make a guy that small with super sculpty. And I like using it for armatures too. It works good for armatures for certain things.
What you gave was a gas to fill, queen of the shades. I need a jar of pills to play your charades. And the stream flows strong, reflection fades. I lose myself in the midnight haze.
Yeah, I'll start adding some pitting to these, tie on the edges of them. Yeah. And then a couple little gashes too. Sure. But I want to get scales done and some scales going down the sides here. Still kind of want to put those flares on it. Just curious how I'm gonna get to stay. I mean, I could use maybe a heavy duty wire.
Cold cage of glass, the prison, the reward.
If I just used one part of it.
Not a single breeze that could reach me to make it feel like any of this is meant to be real. So fake. Now that I could take what I adored.
It doesn't even, I'm not even holding anything here. It's so wild. Seven Up disappears from the green screen. So cool. I think that'll be good enough because I'm going to add to it. I can add another one right at the seam. Wonder if now I can. kind of want to just get down this back here. This one here first. Should do a coin, yeah. I was thinking kind of that too, or a scenery, like a lighthouse scenery or something. I'm having a hard time figuring out something for this dead one. There's nothing's like hit me like all the other ones have. Too thick. A little bit better. Not to have it too thick. Really easy to have it too thick of a piece of clay. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing like a dead tree in a cemetery. It's been like the thing that keeps on popping up in my head. Kind of like a little scenery. I know it's a very wide subject, but I wasn't really thinking about anything dead. You know? I was gonna do like a roadkill animal. Like from Rango. The cemetery scene would be kind of neat. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Dead tree in a cemetery. I'm just kind of trying to keep these a little bit proportioned. It's not gonna be perfect. Yeah, yeah, I could do that. I don't know. I'll think of something. I'm probably gonna end up doing it on Friday. Friday, or I might end up doing it on Saturday, actually. Tomorrow, well, I might have a little time tomorrow. I'm gonna plant my garden tomorrow, I think. Couldn't get to it this weekend. That turtle took me a little longer to paint than I thought. Like 2 hours to paint that thing yesterday. Just kind of got his head turned a little. I think I'll probably end up doing a cemetery thing. I think that's the idea. Dead tree. Ooh. All around my finger, really weird. Brush marks. I want to put that thing on the side. gonna cover it with some of that. If this will work, do what I want it to do. Okay, so that's on there. What I wanted to do was, some dragons have like horns that are coming out of their head on the sides, but I figured a young one has like a fin kind of, and it has the horns just sticking out the end of it. So the idea I had was to put something on here that would do that. And then I'm gonna cover it with like a thin layer of the other cosplay. Make it like a membrane in between the two, between the spiky parts. We'll see what happens here. It was an idea from the very beginning. Still want to try to implement it if I can. Yeah, kind of like what baby rhinos have, yeah. All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by again, Mike. Kind of just an experiment too here. I want to really put it on there, but it's worth all the effort. Need to make it a 5, I think. 3 was too thin. Yeah. Stuff sticks to itself so good. Open that. I don't like the idea of it having a thing like that. I think we're just gonna scrap this idea. I don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. This clay here is the grossest, messiest. Yep, that was a bad idea. Really do not like that soft clay. Put all this stuff back in and scrap that idea. Thought it would look cool, but could just do it smaller out of clay. But now my hands are all sticky. Yeah, I don't care for that soft stuff. Like, I don't even know where I can use it just to get rid of it. Figure out somewhere, sometime. Yeah, I'm just think I'm gonna scrap that idea. I think that it might actually be too much. Maybe if I like have something started, you know, like something coming out of it. You know, and then make it more like a flap, kind of. Just have it go on it. I think that might be a better idea. It's cosplay. It's just soft. It's like for dolls. They didn't have the first time I ordered it. They didn't have the medium stuff made yet, so I bought this stuff. And it's like before they got new packaging for it. I don't care for it at all. This is the regular stuff. Maybe if I build them out from the neck or something, it might be alright. But I'm not going to do it how I was going to do it. That was just too much work. Sucks when I run out of clay though. I gotta run it through the pasta machine a couple times here. At least it goes quick though. It's only like 2 times through. Not like super sculpty. You think he's cute without the flaps? Yeah. I think I might just put like little scales over there that are a little bit longer, sticking out, like they're growing in. A little bit worked already. But he is looking pretty cool right now, the detail I got on him. I think maybe if you just get more scales. Yeah, he's just a baby after all, right? Just as deadly though. Is it like a baby rattlesnake is more poisonous than a full-grown one because they don't know how much venom to spit out? Alright, there we go. I think this is box number 2. Yeah. But I did a couple other projects in there with the cosplay, so 2 pounds of cosplay so far. It's crazy. cracking a little bit in there. Don't want it to crack. As I get myself enough clay, I can push it up there, make it look more full up there. Kind of figured this dragon's gonna take a while. Getting hungry already. It's turning out pretty awesome. I almost think I want to add a scale here and a scale there, but it won't fit on the other side. I think it might be better to have the bigger scales anyways. This side now, got a couple in over here. Keep on going back and forth. Got a bigger one. That'd be so cool. A little bit of a process though. Scales are quite tedious. Quite tedious indeed. Indeed it is. Why, yes it is, indeedy. Gonna look really cool though. So what's for lunch today? I got some grilled chicken. It's not barbecued, but grilled. Gonna be yummy. Turned out pretty good here. I like this scaling. It's gonna, the extra work is gonna really, we're gonna be doing a lot of scaling on this guy. Man, it's gonna take forever, especially on the neck. Well, I suppose after I do this stuff, I'll have like a technique down. I already kind of got like a rhythm here. What's that? Bad boy in. Okay, so the neck, gonna have to have a longer one. Let this be the edge. Work it up there for quite a bit. Alright, so the neck on here has got to have like a lip, at least kind of curls up. And then when I build the next part, it'll be able to kind of go up underneath it when I connect the two necks together. Kind of tap it down in place to get it to kind of get the shape you want without having to like push it around too much. be awesome. Just a kind of a slow process getting all the details onto this neck. Want it to curl still, so that when we add the other clay, it won't be so hard to tuck it under it. We'll try to squish down the clay that's under there enough to make it have plenty of room to add something up in there. Alright, so that part looks pretty good. We're gonna have to add a little bit to the side here. Needs to have a little more there. I think there's gonna be probably another detailing day. Oh man. 2 hours. Guess he's coming together. It's taking a little while. Thinking about doing like little scales down the side of the throat thing. Something like this. Maybe I'll put another one below it. Yeah, this thing's looking pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna get both sides done on this head today. Hopefully. One in there, but music back on here. A little bit more than that. I always like how they start coming to life after so long. This guy's finally getting his scales. Probably smooth them out one more time with some alcohol again after I get all the scales done. Whoa. So now I should probably go over to this side. Start hatching it some. There's a big scale right here. Got a little bit of a technique now from doing the other side. There. This one right here, put that one right there. I don't think they have any at Walmart. I always have to order it. Or at like Hobby Lobby or something like that. They might have like the basic Sculpty there, which is like the Sculpty original, or Sculpty 3, I think it's called. But they're all really soft. You can still try with it. That was what I learned with. Yeah, I had to order stuff off Amazon for the Super Sculpty. Or there's a couple like art websites that I found also that carry it. They're all about the same price, like in between $10 and $15 a pound. It's kind of a lot, but cosplay is like $15 a pound too. You gotta order it from their website. Kind of a bummer. You guys got like a Hobby Lobby or something like that, or a Michael's, I think they might have it there. Joanne Fabric might even have it. Just think I have a horn put between the two of them. That there. Couple up the center. I think it was 3 on that side. Yeah. Side. There. Your wall might have more than mine does. Oh yeah, can't wait for tomorrow. Got a new Xbox coming. Wasn't gonna get one and then I couldn't pass it up. Can't wait. I wanted to upgrade my PC, but the shortage on video cards right now and the price they are is just too much for me to wanna jump in all the way. The computer I have right now is pretty old. Oh man.
Cold cage of glass, the prison, the reward as the moments pass. Not a single breeze that could reach me to make it feel like any of this is meant to be real. So fake, now that I could take what I adored.
It'll probably come when I gotta go to bed though, so I won't be able to play it tomorrow. Hey, start watching a baby next week? Awesome. That should be fun hanging out with your sister-in-law and nephew tomorrow. Get out of the house. These are just gonna be... I don't think that's giving it enough support. Oh, that's cool. I need to go visit my cousin more. He's got a new baby. Well, it's like 5 months old. I've only seen it once. You can get any baby who sleeps super quick. entertain any kid. Yeah, they're amused by me for some reason. Like whenever we'd have like our family get-togethers, everybody look for me. I'd be playing with the kids. Kind of a kid at heart, I think. They can tell. Our cat tells us to go to bed. When it gets too late, he's like, starts yelling at us. He wants to get his cuddle times in. Care for how this one's looking right here. I think maybe this should be just one scale. A big scale. Maybe not though, maybe. I'm just gonna make those into one big scale. And do that on the other spot too, because I think that it'll look better. It'll just look better like that. Yeah, sure. Getting farther on this though every day. He'll go and bug the kids. That's funny. Falls asleep. It's funny. Yeah, that's our Mr. Bears. Must have attention. If not attention, cuddle time. Even if I'm sleeping, he has to go on my lap all the time, and I fall asleep, and I wake up, and he's in the same spot when I wake up. It's like that when I don't move around much when I'm sleeping. My dog doesn't like any cuddling. She lets me get close to her, but she's not much of a cuddler. I probably have to go back over all this with a better eye to add the other details to it. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks when they're too heavy. Mr. Bear isn't too heavy. He's become a smaller old cat. Yeah. He's probably only like maybe 8 pounds. If that, probably 7. Your kitty's pretty big. Seeing those pictures of it, crazy compared to your other cat. Yeah, Mr. Bear is like, 17 now, so he was a little bigger before. I think it was more like 12 before. But these last couple of years, he's just been kind of slimming down. Makes you worry when you see an older cat. Guinea doesn't want to gain any weight. Yeah, it's probably hard giving time to all your birds. They probably all want different type of attention too. Animals are just cool in general. I had a snake in my yard the other day. It was a really bright garter snake. And when we went canoeing the other day, there was an eagle that we saw. We got really close to it, like 30 yards away. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, yeah. Got to alternate with them. It's alright, we won't say anything. Cool. I don't think the mouth is strong enough to hold it up. I think that's why it keeps on cracking in there. Got 1140. Yeah, Mr. Bear always wants his attention. He's pretty needy. Like my dog, she just needs to have her walk time. She seems to be happy if she gets that. Overly excited sometimes for it. Have to go through and smooth everything out. Start doing that. Got a lot of the other scales all.
Dark side of the force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Yeah, spot right there. I can see it. Can teleport? Think so? Sound like a bear. Oh, you never know. Maybe a cat does teleport. clay is gonna go up in there, but it's still taking it, so I'm gonna keep trying to get some more in there. Maybe it'll stop it from cracking. Oh, sorry for that. Ooh. That's cool. You probably just didn't see her go in the other room. But you never know. I've seen some weird things, so. That's cool. Well, I didn't get the other head's detail on it done. I think it's gonna be a few more videos to finish up this head. These two heads. At least now I kind of got it. Kind of got it where I want it, for how they're gonna look. Cause that part's got that part figured out, you know. Trying to get some of this detailing in. At least the under the scale part. Polydactyl kitty. She probably thought it stunk like pee. It's funny. I'm glad I quit smoking years ago. Quite a few years now. Maybe like 7 or so. Maybe 6 years. 6 or 7, one of the two. I stopped counting. Yeah, I started when I was like 12. And I smoked for like 10 or so years. And maybe 10 or 12 years I smoked. And then I quit for about 9, I think it was. I was like 22 when I quit. Yeah, so it was like 10 years I smoked. And then I started back up when I was 28 for 2 years. 29, I think, for 2 years. No, I haven't smoked since. It might have been 3 years, I don't know. But it's a very bad habit. I'm glad I quit. Just about got it done for the day. Alright, so I think that we're about done for the day. It's about noon. Yeah, it's close to noon. Noonish. Yeah, smoking's not good. I try to tell everybody that I know that smokes that they should quit. I mean, it probably sounds bad coming from somebody that was a smoker. But I had been a smoker, so I know how hard it is to quit. It's one of those things. It's easy to say it, but it's hard to do it. I'd rather just wish I would have never started. Anybody that's young nowadays, I try to tell them it's stupid. Don't do it. Well, I think this guy's turning out pretty awesome. I think tomorrow we're gonna do some pitting like I did up in this spot on top here. Change this camera. Right in this little area, right in here. I want to do pitting on them, corners of all this stuff, and then I think we'll be done with him. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. That's why I have so many hobbies. I started playing around with music, and now I do this and try to invest in myself instead of trying to kill myself slowly, you know. I mean, we're all aging, but why not make it faster, you know? Don't want to make it faster. Thank you. Yeah, this guy is looking awesome. Now, since we got all those scales on there, we'll get some more of the detailing done, and then we're gonna have to start getting this guy's detailing. Just the neck is not. It's not gonna take too long to do this guy, and then we'll do the teeth, and then we're gonna do the bake. So I'm thinking Thursday hopefully we'll finish up the detailing. I was gonna start working on Kratos on Friday, but I think I almost want to get this guy, him all ready to be baked on at least by Friday. I'm hoping that tomorrow or Thursday we can get the other one detailing, and then we'll start doing the more finer details, scratches and pitting and all that. Yep, idle hands are devil's playground or workshop. Yeah. So I tried learning music. I play around with music. I got a banjo, got a dog. That's why I have a garden, chickens, go fishing, you know. Figure I'm here to experience stuff and enjoy it. Might as well do it while I can. A banjo, yeah, I'm not very good. I'm still learning. I want to learn the river dance, I think it is. But I got a couple books that have videos that I want to get down into it a little bit more. But I've just sat and like jammed out. Yeah, I got a pretty cool one. It's like mahogany, and it's got a clear front on it. Pretty cool. I've had it like a year now. Maybe a little more than a year. Maybe a year and a half. Ukuleles are cool too. Any instrument, any acoustic instrument, it's cool. Yeah, I'll take a picture and I'll put it on Discord. I'll do that before I go to bed today. But I think I'm done for the day. Oh, you have a flute? Can you play it? Still? Can you play it still? The banjo I have is an electric banjo, actually. So I can record it if I want. Hook up to my computer. Hook up to an amp. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I can play the banjo, but I can't play any song. I was more learning like the finger roll part, but the dexterity in my hands is like something I have to really learn. Play by ear. Well, I'm gonna get out of here today. Thanks for hanging out and everything. I enjoy it. It's been yeah, my hands are a little bit too small too. I mean, my hands aren't very big for guys' hands. That's why I bought a banjo. Part midget. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, I have midget in my family too, so I think that's where my hands are a little bit smaller. But you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Get some more of this dragon done here. I'm out of here today. Mind drops, mind drops. Out of here.